Welcome back to Foundation Physical Therapy's YouTube channel. Today we're going to go over an exercise that you'll find a lot of times called Y's and T's, and then sometimes you see I's. I'm not going to go over I's just because I think they're a little less useful for people with shoulder stability issues than Y's and T's, in my opinion. So a Y and a T, it's called a Y because it looks like a letter Y when you're doing it, and it's called a T because it looks like a letter T when you're doing it. Is an exercise to strengthen the trapezius. The trapezius is a muscle that attaches from the shoulder blade onto your trunk, and it makes your shoulder blade more stable. To have a good shoulder, you need a really good, stable shoulder blade. It's just something where, you know, a common phrase in PT circles is that proximal stability provides distal mobility. So if you want to be able to move your hand out here, you got to be real stable here. So let's go through it. The best way to do it at home is to either go off the edge of your bed, if you can go to the corner or the foot of your bed. You can also do this off a bench. You could do this with your chest on a exercise ball. You basically just need to be supported in your chest. And then what you're going to do, the bed version is, I like to straddle the corner of the bed. I like to put my chin on the edge of the bed so that my neck is supported and I don't have to worry about holding my neck up or anything like that. So the front of my chin stays on the corner of the bed so I can still breathe and everything's supported. And the first thing I would do is a T. T, to do a proper T, you want your arms out to the side. They should be straight out, not lower down. Think about getting your hands kind of at ear level, and usually that gets you right in the right ballpark. On this one, you'd almost rather miss a little too high up this way than too low. And what you're going to do is arms out straight. I'm a big fan of having a nice long straight arm. Thumbs should be up as much as you can. And then what you do is, without shortening those arms as you lift, you go straight up. So now you don't have to get very high like this. It's more important that you keep the arms out long and you take a long sweeping arc and then lift up and get level with the trunk. And you should also be thinking that you want to cue the shoulder blades to be the first guys to fire. And then you hold that for a 5-second count, 10-second count. Now, to perform a proper Y, you're going to move the arms up to kind of a 45-degree angle. Or a lot of times what I'll tell patients in clinic is, think of, as you lift this arm, there should be a straight line from this hand all the way to your opposite hip. And that will usually get you in a pretty good line for that lower trapezius. So you're going to come up here, then you're going to here, and then you lift up. If you experience any pain as you get higher, try to just get better at lifting a little bit. It doesn't have to be a whole bunch. You just want to feel the muscles in between your shoulder blades working. And you lift a little bit and hold, then you come down. And with time, then you want to work on getting higher and higher and higher. It is a challenging exercise, so make sure you kind of don't feel like you have to push it too much. One common compensation that I see in clinic is, as people do a Y, they tend to arch their back a whole bunch, and it starts feeling more like a low back exercise. If that's the case, think of really laying flat here, engage your core, tighten your abdominals, and try to keep your chest against the bed or the surface you're laying on as you lift up. And that may limit how far you get, but what it's also doing is making sure that you're doing the exercise correctly and you're actually targeting the trapezius. So this is a great exercise that you can do for your shoulder. You don't have to do both at the same time. You could do one at a time, and makes it easier. You could start by just lifting 2 inches, and you're starting to do some good, you know. And then as you get better, then you start to lift up a little bit higher and higher. But it's an exercise that often gets neglected. You don't need any weight to do it. The weight of your arms is plenty. So it's something that can really help if you're trying to improve the stability of your shoulder. So try it out and see what you think. Again, these videos are intended to help you take care of yourself. So if they're of value to you, don't forget to subscribe to our channel, and there'll be plenty more good information out there to come.